Good evening, my beautiful brothers and sisters in Yeshua. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of October 2023. It is 10:16 p.m. here in Australia. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you've been blessed. I just jumping on, doing some study, and I came across some very interesting things which I'd love to share with you quickly before I head to bed. I'm just watching this video at the moment called "She Found the Real Identity of Gog and Magog in the Hebrew," and this sister here, Sonia Azam, brilliant. Actually, I came across her last night and watched something about. She was talking about the Dome of the Rock, and so when this popped up, I'm like, oh, I know her. I seen her last night. So basically, long story short, it just sparked my interest to go and have a look at Pergamos, because we're here in the book of Revelation, here in chapter 2. We have down here, to the angel of the church in Pergamos write, "These things say he which has a sharp sword with two edges. I know thy works and where you dwell, even where Satan's seat is." And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should revisit this and have a look at where Satan's seat is. And so anyway, long story short, I had a look, and I've gone to Wikipedia to find the place that is now in Turkey, in the Izmir province of Turkey, where its ancient predecessor was called Pergamon. Okay, and it goes down here that currently known for its cotton, gold, and fine carpets, the city was the ancient Greek and Roman cultural centre of Pergamon. Its wealth of ancient ruins continues to attract considerable tourist interest today, although its famous temple has been moved to the Pergamon Museum in Berlin in Germany. Now, I remember that when Obama was in power, he actually went over to that museum, and he stood in front of that museum, and I think that's where he gave the speech where he said, "Be still and know that I am God." And actually, I'll try and find that. Okay, I've just seen here that he must have said it at the September 11 memorial service in New York. So we'll quickly watch this, but I know that he said it in Berlin too, so we'll just watch this quickly.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her just at the break of dawn. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come behold the works of the Lord, who has made desolations in the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge.
Okay, so that's that one, but I'm going to find the one in Berlin. Okay, I can only see a couple here, and they're both like 26 minutes plus long, but it's a President Obama's speech in Berlin. So this was 10 years ago, so 2013. And so many of you will remember this. He went there, he stood in front of that Pergamos temple from Turkey that's been relocated. It's been relocated from Pergamos, and it's now in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin in Germany. And Obama himself stood in front of that temple, exactly the same place that Hitler stood in front. And I think there's some kind of satanic power that is kept there, and obviously it truly must be the seat of Satan. Okay, the dwelling place of Satan, who knows? But as I was looking at this, I just found something very interesting. I went and typed and had a look for the Pergamon Museum in Berlin, and look what it says. This article was just published on the 17th of October, 2023. Okay, and it says Berlin's famous Pergamon Museum to close for 14 years. And it says one of Berlin's top tourist attractions, the Pergamon Museum and its world-class collection of antiquities, will close this month for a top-to-bottom restoration not due to be completed before 2037. The institution on the German capital's UNESCO listed museum island house treasures, including the Great Altar of Pergamon, built in the 2nd century BC, the 2,600-year-old Ishtar Gate of Babylon, and a vast millennium-spanning collection of Islamic art. Like, talk about evil place, brothers and sisters. Talk about evil place. So the 2,600-year-old Ishtar Gate of Babylon is there, and they're closing. When are they going to close? Will close this month. Oh boy. So if this was in October, it means sometime in October, and they've only got, 7 days. 7 days, brothers and sisters, before this closes. Oh, here we go. The impending 14-year closure beginning on October the 23rd has prompted a rush by Berliners and tourists alike to catch one last glimpse. So very interesting. German archaeologists discovered the ruins of the Pergamon altar between 1878 and 1886 and sent them back to Berlin based on an agreement between the German government and the Ottoman Empire. Its reconstruction took until 1902. The temple-like museum building was erected to showcase the ornate altar and the Ishtar Gate, with the spectacular lion's relief of its processional way, the fullest dramatic effect. Oh my goodness, I need to go to bed. So repairs were urgently necessary to protect the precious collections and ensure visitors' safety. So what do you think, brothers and sisters? What do you think? Why have they, because it's like the 24th here, it's probably still the 23rd in the States, I don't know. But what do you think? Why do you think? What's this? Told the Daily Tag Espelig last month that she questioned the legality of the German ownership claims and believed the altar itself should be returned to the sunlight of Pergamon in northwestern Turkey. Oh my goodness. What if that's the reason they're closing it, brothers and sisters? Is they're going to bring the altar or some kind of thing back to Turkey. This would go very well with what was it? What I was just watching just now, that this lady here has discovered the real Gog and Magog is like Turkey, and this is why we should be focusing. It's not, the bear is not actually Russia. It's just that there was this big conspiracy to demonize Russia and to draw our attention to Russia, and it's actually Turkey, which makes so much sense with everything that we've seen now. and they're directly next to Israel. Okay, they can just come down. They've got the Euphrates River there. So much biblical prophecy is in Turkey, and now this, okay, with this, with this Pergamon temple, the seat of Satan, brothers and sisters, the seat of Satan. So I just thought I would share that with you. Like I said, I should probably go to bed because I have literally been running on about 4 hours a night sleep because Father just has me studying so much. Like, it's literally my every waking hour. And, I'm going to run this race until it's finished, I tell you what. But obviously it's really now affecting my voice, and I'm starting to mumble words or whatnot, so it's probably a good time that I jump into bed and relax. But just before I do that, a couple of my beautiful brothers and sisters have sent me videos, and in regards to my last video talking about how the mark of the beast is actually in the name of Allah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch my last video previous to this one. It's amazing. The revelation's out, and now that this is out, it seems like the floodgates have opened to this. Somebody sent me this here. Queen of Islam, Elizabeth II, is related to Prophet Muhammad. And then there's another one here. I'm still get to go and sit and watch this in bed tonight. To do with the hummus and the end times, like I was talking about on my video today. I was talking about how when Abraham had Ishmael with, I think her name was Hagar, whatever it was, basically Sarah got really jealous and she told Hagar and Ishmael to leave. And Father said, no, just, he basically said, okay, do as she says, but I'm going to bless you with a mighty nation, but I'm going to bless Isaac with the covenant, with the covenant of Abraham's seed and everything like that, and the promise there. So there was this long stemming jealousy that has now blown up, and the kettle has popped its lid basically, and this is what we're seeing over in Israel and Palestine right at this moment. This is definitely it, brothers and sisters. This is definitely it. Bible prophecy playing out before our eyes. And then we have another one here, which we'll just watch quickly before I sign out. But this is amazing.
Fascinating, by the way. Christians are waiting for the return of Christ. Jews are waiting for the coming of Messiah. Muslims are waiting for the coming of Al-Mahdi. This is what many Christians don't know. In Israel right now, there are many who actually believe the Messiah has come. The Messiah, who we call Jesus, they believe he's already come. The Muslims are waiting for the Al-Mahdi. The Al-Mahdi is their Messiah. He's their last Imam. Muhammad was quoted as saying, his name will be my name, and his father's name, my father's name. In other words, Muhammad believed that the last Imam that's going to come into the earth and do all these amazing things, their Messiah is going to be called Muhammad. That's what they believe. Stay there, go back, look at this. So look at this. The Mahdi is of my lineage, with a high forehead and a long, thin, curved nose. He will fill the earth with fairness and justice, as it was filled with oppression and injustice, and he will rule the world for 7 years. Hello? This is where I began to think, what if our Antichrist is their Mahdi? So they believe we messed up because they believe that Jesus wasn't crucified for the sins of the world. They believe Allah took Jesus to heaven and made it appear like he was crucified. Allah's apostle said, the hour will not be established until the Son of Mary descends, that's Jesus, among you as a just ruler. He'll break the cross, kill the pigs, that's you and I and the Jews, abolish jizya tax, money will be in abundance so that nobody will accept it as charitable gifts. Let's look at the Bible. Next slide, look at this. Daniel 8:25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Just think about this. Now, they're waiting for an Al-Mahdi who's going to bring 7 years of peace on the earth. And Daniel 8:25 prophesies that somebody is coming who is going to declare peace upon the earth, but through peace, he's going to cause destruction. For there shall be false Christs and false messiahs who shall deceive the many and, if possible, deceive the elect. This is the signs of Matthew 24 of the coming of Christ, right? Next verse. Wherefore, look at this. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert. He's telling us where this Antichrist is going to come from.
The desert.
If he says, I'm in the desert, he says, don't go. And if they say he's in the secret chambers, believe it not. Next slide, look at this. The word desert is eremos. It means to the east or south of Palestine. What's east or south of Palestine? Let's look what's east or south of Palestine. Mecca. Mecca, south of Palestine in Saudi Arabia. This whole war, by the way, one reason, Israel and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia will be a gate for darkness and the gospel to the Muslim world. I'm telling you what I know. When that peace treaty was about to be signed between Saudi Arabia and Israel, that's when this war broke out. There's the number of a man and the number is 666. It's not 666. That's a translation. That's the number. How many can see it? Can you see it? The crossed swords. Bismillah, which means in the name of Allah. And by the way, when you go to jihad, you wear this on your forehead. This is what he saw. It was Aramaic. The Bible's written in Aramaic, not English. So you look and you go, 666. No, that's what he saw. X, Aleph, S. Look at it again, next slide. There we go. Can you see it now? Bismillah, that's what he saw. The name of the beast. Bismillah, in the name of Allah. If that doesn't shock you, I don't know what will. Oh my Lord. When I saw that symbol, I was like, dear God. See where they're wearing it? On their foreheads. Now what about that no man might buy nor sell? In Isaiah 14, the Bible says, how wilt thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? That's Isaiah 14, verse 12. Lucifer is actually not his name. Lucifer is a translation of his name. Because all the angels have El in their name. They have God. Michael, Gabriel. Who is Lucifer? Lucifer is a translation. If you check the Hebrew, check it when you go home, Bible.cc. His name is Hallel, which Aramaic is halal. If you look at slide 244, you'll see what's on most of your food products today.
Hello.
Whatever this spirit is going to own the food chain. And none of you are going to be able to buy or sell unless you got the mark, the name, or the number of the beast.
Okay, brothers and sisters, I truly think we've got it now. This is so clear without a doubt, and what makes me incredibly happy, incredibly nervous, and all the feelings, right? All the feelings is that I always knew for years and years and years, just as Noah knew 7 days before that the flood would come. I also knew, because Father said himself in Amos, that I will do nothing without telling my servants first. Okay, so just as he told Noah, he said build a boat, and then he told Noah to get into the boat, and he said, Noah, I'm going to make it rain in 7 days. And I'm not saying 7 days, but what I am saying is I knew this was going to happen as soon as the time was right, the veil was lifted, and this prophecy was released and uncovered and revealed. It means we are this minute amount of hours and days away from this event, brothers and sisters. There's no way that this information could have been known. Oh, well, it maybe was known. That obviously, people have been talking about this for quite a while, but the significance of it coming to light now is perfect timing, is the appointed time, is to show us where we are, and the fact that we're running to and fro trying to say this is the mark and this is this and this is that. This, brothers and sisters, this is the truth. This is the name, the number, and the mark. Okay, if you want more information, please go and watch the previous video to this. I go for an hour and a half talking about the mark of the beast. So there's one more thing I wanted to show you, which I didn't end up showing you on my last video. So just give me a sec. Oh my goodness, brothers and sisters, as I was looking for iPet Goat to show you something in there, which I will still do, I realised they've got an iPet Goat 4. I literally just watched 2 minutes of it because I was like, what? Why haven't I seen this before? This is 2 years ago, brothers and sisters. It's pretty creepy at the beginning, but you are not going to believe what you're going to see. This is 2 years ago. Watch this.
We will change everything. We will change people's lives. We will change the genetics of human. Like in the first garden, history is our lineage.
I haven't seen all this part yet. Oh my goodness.
We will change the climate. Rust, tell the people, prepare the people. Rock, you control the media. We are creating the false global warming, like we created the virus.
Oh my goodness. The Jew.
This is global warming. All living things can die. God, help us from the evil of these global families. Oh God, unite the nations against their cursed race. Behold, we told thee that thy Lord doth encompass making ground about. We granted the vision which we shall believe. But a sterile form man assaulted the cursed tree in the Quran. We put warning into them, but it only increased the inordinate transgression.
Brothers and sisters, sorry about that image there. Okay. Wow. So that's iPet Goat 4. So many things I've seen in that right at the beginning. What is this? What is all this new iPet Goat 5? Falsus Messiah. Just like I said, they've just got their hand above that button though. There's the kid with the half head. Huh. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Cursed tree. Oh my goodness. There is no God but Allah. Look, brothers and sisters. Rockefeller, Soros, Rothschild, Windsor, the monarch. Eiffel Tower. Alright, well, there's something to look into then, obviously. Rockefeller, oh my goodness, playing in the building. Muslim Union, oh my goodness. That's the seat that Charles sat on. We have without a doubt sent down the message and we will assuredly guard it. It was who revealed Torah. Therein was guidance and light. By its standards have been judged the Jews, by the prophets who bowed to Allah's will, by the rabbis and the doctors of law, for to them was entrusted the protection of Allah's books, and they were witness thereto. Therefore fear not man, but fear me, and sell not my signs for a miserable price. If any do fail to judge by what Allah hath revealed, they are unbelievers. We ordain therein for them life for a life, eye for an eye, nose for a nose, ear for an ear, tooth for a tooth, and wound equal for equal. But if anyone remits the retaliation by way of charity, it is an act of atonement for himself. And if any fail to judge by what Allah hath revealed, they are wrongdoers. And in their footsteps we sent Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming the law that had come before him. We sent him the gospel. Therein was guidance and light and confirmation of the law that had come before him, a guidance and an admonition of those who fear Allah. Quran Scientific Center. Oh my goodness. There's got to be so much in this. There, remember, I in my previous video I talked about Hubla or Hubla is now who turned into Baal. That was the moon god, and this is where the original crescent came from. Okay, Islam just took it over basically, And this is what's in the Kaaba, that big temple in Mecca, okay, is this statue. This is literally where the bottomless pit is, brothers and sisters. This is literally where Satan is bound at the moment, okay? And you read in Revelation chapter 9, you see the fifth angel is the one who comes down with a key and opens that pit, okay? Satan is bound right now, and he's about to be released. This is some scary stuff. Oh, and that's, like I said in my last video about how, I'm sorry, you're probably like, oh, just let us watch this video, Rebecca, jeez. But I will link everything down. You can watch it on your own without me jabbering on. But I just want to point that out, that in my last video I talked about how in the Kaaba, where that black stone is on that temple, which they said Muhammad set in stone in there, they say that fell from heaven. It's a meteorite, right? In Acts 19, it says the people of Ephesus were worshipping the goddess Diana, who fell down from Jupiter. And where does Satan come down? I saw Satan fall like lightning. Okay? He's the image, brothers and sisters, the image. This is crazy town. It's all the Middle East there. Okay, crazy town. So I'm going to see if there's any more. So we've got 1 and 5 and 2. This one goes for 18 minutes. Oh no, unlock the iPet Go upside down. iPet Go 3. I saw this one the other day. I was like, what? This is 2 years old too. There's Putin and Trump fighting. Anyway, getting sidetracked. I want to go to this one quickly because I want to show you something. There we have, like, his head is getting possessed, because that's what happens when someone gets possessed. Their head spins around, right? Turns into Obama. Okay, but that's not what I want to show you. Okay, first off we see, notice 2 here in the classroom, right? It's daytime. They're in the classroom. It's daytime, obviously, because they're in a classroom. And then it turns to go outside of the classroom. Okay, and now it's dark and winter. And the time on the clock is midday. It's not midnight, it's midday. So, Father said, I'm going to make the sun go down at noon. Okay, and I'm going to make the sky dark in a clear day. But that's still not what I wanted to show you. Okay, here. So we've got the Antichrist rising here. And what I told you about the Dome of the Rock, and next to the Dome of the Rock is called the Dome of the Chain. And then you've got Mecca, and then you've also got this other place that when the Muslims go on their pilgrimage, it's called the Stoning of Satan, and they go there and they have to pick up stones and they have to throw it at this pillar, which is connected to this deep hole. And anyway, in the Kaaba, that temple in Mecca, where they go anti-clockwise around it, basically, like as I said, that is where Satan is. That's the bottomless pit, brothers and sisters. That's where he has been bound with chains. And anyway, I'll show you. But basically what I believe is that when he can't be released until we're freed, okay, until we get taken and protected from the face of the serpent. In other words, we go to our heavenly arks, the places that have been prepared for us. When we leave, he is released from those chains. And you can see that in Revelation chapter 9, in the fifth angel. Okay, he's the one with the key that opens that pit. The very first thing, and this is interesting too, when the angel opens that pit in, I'll just go there quickly so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, and the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. So I saw a star fall from earth. So here we have two things. Muhammad and the Islams and all that, they believe that that black stone that's in the Kaaba fell down as a meteorite from heaven. Then we have in the book of Acts, Ephesus, that whole town was worshipping the goddess Diana, an image, brothers and sisters, that fell down from Jupiter. Okay, so here again I seen a star fall from heaven onto the earth, and to him was given the key to the bottomless pit, and he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of this pit. This, brothers and sisters, goes in connection with seal 6 in Revelation chapter 6. Okay, when the sun gets darkened like sackcloth, because that smoke from a great furnace, okay, that creates soot. Soot is like black as sackcloth, okay, it's blackened. And because of the smoke that comes out of it, the air was darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. Now, not only will the sun be blackened, but the moon, brothers and sisters, will also turn to blood because of the smoke and, the ash and the heat. Okay, this is Revelation still 6, and it goes together so well because it says, there's a great earthquake. And we need that earthquake to crack open the graves, brothers and sisters. We need that earthquake to crack open the graves. And this is why people have been seeing, whole of America cracking, like a massive cracking from one side of America to the other. And where people have seen great earthquakes, like huge earthquakes. This has to happen to crack open the earth. And this is the powers of heaven being shaken. Okay, so here, when this angel comes down from heaven with the key to open this bottomless pit, which is in the Kaaba, okay, where these people, thousands and millions each and every day, will walk anti-clockwise around that thing, and it's 24 hours a day. Look into the history of it, brothers and sisters. This is where Satan is bound, okay, and he's going to be released from there very, very shortly. And the next thing that comes up is locusts. Okay, in my video I also showed not once but twice there's been 2 locust infestations in Mecca, and they've just overrun everything. And the funny thing is the Muslims actually believe that locusts are a blessing. They're a blessing from God. They believe completely opposite to what we believe, right? And, and then these scorpions will go and hurt the men that do not have the seal of God in their forehead. The only men that have the seal of God in their forehead are the 144,000. Okay, and those people, the 144,000, are the remnant Israelites that are going to be left in Israel. Okay, the rest of Israel, brothers and sisters, unfortunately will be wiped out. Okay, I know it's horrible, but there's only going to be a remnant left, and it's those 144,000. So those are the ones that have the seal of the living God, and they are going to be the final witness to the nations of this is God's judgment. And it's kind of like a court case, right? All the evidence has to be laid out, otherwise Satan can come back and say, hey, God, you didn't show me this, you didn't do that, rah, rah, rah. So these 144,000, they will be the final witness, and they will be the only ones with the seal of God on their head. And as you can see, they come out and they sting every other person that doesn't have that seal. And they sting them like the strike of a scorpion and the pain of a scorpion. And these people are going to beg for death because it's so horrible, but they won't be able to die. And, and then comes this army of the horsemen of 200,000, which is 200 million, or 2 billion. Okay, that's the number, 2 billion. And I showed on today's video, the previous one to this, that the global Muslim population is now at 2.3 billion, exactly fulfilling this prophecy. So this is unbelievable. I know I just said I was going to go to bed before, but how can I? We're so close to all of this going down. There's no time to sleep. There's literally no time to sleep. And then it says, and by these three, a third part of man were killed by fire, by smoke, by brimstone, issued out of their mouth. See, here you go, brothers and sisters. How can you say that Satan's going to be put into the prison for 1,000 years, in the future? It doesn't make any sense. Satan is bound right now. It is the demons and the principalities of this earth and the embodied spirits that are possessing men to create evil acts. But Satan himself has been bound since the time of Christ. Christ said in Luke chapter 10, Christ said himself, I saw Lucifer fall like lightning. And then he goes on to tell us all that Jesus Christ gave us the power and authority over the demons, over the scorpions, over the serpents, and we will rule with him. Okay, we're ruling with him now. We're reigning with him now. We have the power. Okay, this is just it's the work of the demons and everything like that to make us doubt constantly that we don't have the power. And this is why the demons would always say to Jesus, what do you want with us, O Son of God? You know our time is not yet. They know their time, brothers and sisters. Everybody is well aware of their time, okay? But it's the demons that were talking to Christ. It was the demons that were talking to Christ, okay? So Satan, he's bound, brothers and sisters. He's been bound. The 1,000 years that the church will want to tell you that's going to be happening in the future, as if all of this stuff's going to happen. And then God's going to be like, oh, hang on, we're just going to have a 1,000-year break, but then we'll deal with it at the end when Satan's released, and then he's going to gather all the nations together to, go against the camp of the holy people. That's the 144,000. This is going to happen now, brothers and sisters. But the church fathers, which come all the way back from the Sadducees and the Pharisees, they can't enter into the kingdom of heaven, so they're going to try and stop each and every one of us from going in by ridiculous doctrines. And I just pray that you have a look into this. Even if you just have a look at the first 3 verses of chapter 9 in Revelation, and in chapter 20 of Revelation, okay? Revelation 20. Always remember that the book of Revelation is not in consecutive order, okay? I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, and he lay hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. I've already gone over this 2 videos ago about how the 1,000 years has been added by the Catholic Church in an attempt to deceive this doctrine, okay? And then it says here that he is going to be bound for 1,000 years, and after that's fulfilled, he's going to be loosed a little season. What is he going to do when he's released? And when 1,000 years have expired, Satan shall be loosed out of the prison, and he shall go out and deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog. This is happening right now, brothers and sisters, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sands of the sea. He's gathering all the nations. This is not happening in 1,000 years' time. This is happening right now. Do not be deceived, brothers and sisters. Do not take my word for it either. Go study the Word of God. Ask Father in prayer. But we have been extremely deceived by all of the doctrines and all of the teachers and all of the Bible scholars and all of the Sadducees and the Pharisees of our time. And a lot of them, it wasn't their fault, okay, because the books were sealed. It is only now at the end of time, literally right at the end, that we are being revealed to all of this truth. Okay, we are being revealed to all of this truth. And this little season is the same little season that the souls under the altar are crying out to Father in seal 5, I believe, just after the pale green horse, which I believe is Satan being cast down. Not cast down, it's been released, right? And all of hell will come on the earth. This is the same little season that Father, he gives them the white robes and says, rest a little season until your fellow brethren, that need to be killed as you were, is fulfilled. That the little season is the 42-month reign that God has given him, allowed Satan to have. And this is that same little season that these souls under the altar are saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, do you not judge and avenge us? And those who spilt our blood on the earth. And Father says here, have some robes, right? And notice there's no crowns yet. He's just saying, have some robes. In other words, have your incorruptible body, okay, because the dead in Christ and all that will go first. But it's just the robe. In other words, just the incorruptible body. But we haven't received our crowns yet because it's not done and dusted. We are going to be receiving our rewards just as down here, the wicked, here we go. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life, and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the book according to their works. This is the for us as Christians, we're hoping that our works that we've done here on this earth our rewards will follow us, right? And, we may get crowns, a crown of life, a crown of righteousness, a crown of, there's 5 crowns, I can't remember what they are right now, but just of of being good and faithful and doing good deeds and helping the poor and etc. for all the stuff that we did on this earth, okay? Nothing of that is in vain. Okay, nothing we can do is going to get us to heaven. That was paid for by the atoning sacrifice of Yeshua Jesus Christ. But the works that we do here on earth is what we will be rewarded with when we get to heaven. And this is happening after Satan's little season, okay? He's going to, where was it again? And he's going to be loosed a little season. And we're told further on, or earlier on in the chapter, or in a few chapters back, that Satan's little season is 42 months or 1,260 days, because the woman will be given 2 wings like an eagle and fly out into the wilderness. Okay, this is when you see the abomination of desolation, flee to the wilderness, okay? She'll be given wings like an eagle to fly out into the wilderness for 1,260 days. That's exactly 42 months. So do you see this, brothers and sisters? I pray you see this. I know I've copped so much flack for this, and I know I've been recommended to go and watch these other people's videos and, Brenda's videos, and, she's... Anyway, I'm not here to go against what anybody else is teaching, but I'm showing you what I believe Father has shown me, and it makes so much more sense, okay, that the 1,000 years, and I gave you so much evidence. I gave you so much evidence to show you with the coins, with the history, how they did it, how they created an earthquake, and literally it's all there. The evidence was there. I showed it to you, brothers and sisters. There was a 7.8 to 8.8 earthquakes in every single country around the year 1906 or so. But really, because the 1,000 years had been added on to by a very, very clever trick, It was the year 906. There's been so much fake history that's been added on, and it's to continuously make us look elsewhere and distract us, just like what they're doing here at the moment, all the time. Distractions, distractions, distractions. But this is it, brothers and sisters. We've been shown now what the mark of the beast is, the true mark of the beast, which is the worship. And as I said in my last video, the way that you're going to be forced to worship the image of the beast will be via some kind of app. This is the best way I can explain it with the knowledge that I have, is some kind of app that's on your phone that we're going to be it's going to be mandatory to download or have on your phone or whatever it may be. And this will, exactly like the Muslims call to prayer right now, where 5 times a day they hear there's the call to prayer over the loudspeaker. It's going to be the same thing on the phone. Okay, and out of the phone is going to come a hologram. Father showed me this in my mind, and the way he showed me was like Star Wars R2D2. His little thing came open, and there was a hologram, and they could watch the message. It's going to be like that. That will be the image of the beast that everybody is forced to worship, and they'll be able to track you. And you're going to have to check in. You're going to have to say, I worshipped it. You're going to have to claim that there's no other God but Allah. You're going to have to give that worship to that God. This is how it's going to play out, brothers and sisters. So please, if you haven't seen my previous video, please do so. All glory goes to the Almighty Father in heaven, Jehovah, and His precious Son, Yeshua Jesus Christ. I am nothing, just a humble vessel. Absolutely nothing on me. All the power and glory goes to them. But I truly believe what He's shown me is truth, brothers and sisters, and it makes so much sense. And like I said, I did not expect to just continue on and do this length of video. I just wanted to show you that thing about Pergamon. And, He's given me energy. He's given me a lot of energy, because I was so tired before, and now I'm just like, So, brothers and sisters, and I still haven't shown you that thing that I was going to show you on iPet Goat. Nearly forgot again. So, with everything I just said now for probably the past 20 minutes, the reason I wanted to show you this first was there's a section in here where the Dome of the Rock gets hit by those jets that spell out war. Okay, and that's exactly what needs to happen. This is the key, something falling from heaven, and it's blowing up that Temple Mount, okay, the Dome of the Rock, and just that general area, because you've got to remember, it's, Satan's going to be huge, anyway. So you see it here in iPet Goat. The jets are going to throw an explosive, or fire a nuke into it or whatever. It's going to blow it up, and these black ravens come out. And my sister, which I was having a conversation with, she actually pointed this out to me about the black ravens. Never seen those black ravens before, but that's even more proof that that's where the bottomless pit is, brothers and sisters. That's where the bottomless pit is. So it's coming up just in a second here. Okay, here too. I mean, come on. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Okay, can we not be any more clearer? This is Iran. This is Hamas. This is Turkey. Look, he's got the black wings of the rider of the black horse, right? The rider of the pale green horse. His rider's name is Death, and all of hell will follow him. Okay, all of hell will follow him, as you see here. All of hell. The soldiers, the 200 million, which is 2 billion army strong, right? And he's like chanting, and we have the crescent moon here, which, notice it's blood. Okay, so it's been, and the 11th of November will be the first day of their 5th month, I believe, in Islam. And in the 5th month for them, Prophet Muhammad was born, and he also died in that month as well. So, Now, we see him. We see this oil. And we see, okay, the Jews in America are going to be destroyed. The light. Okay, we've got the snake with the seed. Okay, the seed and the snake. Now, where is this bit? Okay, the Antichrist. Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, got the media. Right. Here we're going to have some jets come across. Market plunge. There you go, there's the jets. Okay, the jets just flew by and they spelled war. And bam, there's the moss, the Dome of the Rock. See, with the crescent on top? It explodes it. And watch, see? All these ravens, these black ravens come out. Okay? Look, and the smoke, the pillars of smoke that come up. And out, and there came out the smoke of locusts upon the earth. Oh no, here. And he opened the bottomless pit, and arose the smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. Okay, so there's the nuke, because the nuke can't go off until we're out of here, brothers and sisters, because that is one of the plagues, as it says in Zechariah 14. Okay, Zechariah 14 verse 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet, and their eyes shall be consumed away in their holes, and their tongue shall be consumed away with their mouth. There's nothing but a nuclear weapon, brothers and sisters, and nothing but a nuke, where the flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet. And so, look here, we have, this is the Lord saying this, I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. We read this in Revelation 20. Okay, when Satan is loosed out of his prison, he goes to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, and he gathers them to battle. This is the same thing, brothers and sisters. Zechariah 14, the Lord's doing it, and Satan's also doing it too. See, the Lord is Father God, Jehovah in heaven. He is in control of all of this. He will put it in the hearts and minds of these people to do this thing. Okay, and all of them will be gathered together so Father can have the last laugh, because he's going to come and he is going to destroy the nations that have fought against Jerusalem. Okay, this is the same thing, brothers and sisters, so don't be confused. We're not going to have this 1,000-year break, whatever, and come back and, and complete it. No, we're nearly there, brothers and sisters, we're nearly there. Father's giving Satan a time where he can reign, because he's giving the people what they want. Father begged and he pleaded, and he was merciful, he was long-suffering. What can you do? The time is finished. Okay, no more patience. They're going to have their king. They're going to be a king over them, Apollyon and Abaddon. Okay, the nations have worshipped him for long enough. Now they're going to have their king. So I beg you, brothers and sisters, please do your own study. Look into this with fresh eyes. Remember, Revelation is not in consecutive order. And you can see here with Satan being released from the bottomless pit. Okay, the bottomless pit. Same thing. Okay, he puts Satan in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years. Bottomless pit. Bottomless pit. Revelation is the only place where the bottomless pit is mentioned. Okay, and then he opens the bottomless pit right on the fifth angel. This isn't in the 1,000-year so-called millennial reign that the biblical teachers are teaching us, brothers and sisters. This is literally about to happen, and I truly believe it will happen roughly around the 11th of November 2023. I believe that's our redemption day, and I also believe that is the day that Satan gets released from this pit. So as you can see there, this is not this is still, anyway, I won't keep going on with it. It's like I said, I didn't intend to make this video so long, but as you can see, everything's been connected now. Queen of Islam, Queen Elizabeth is related to Prophet Muhammad. We see everything about, the mark of the beast being in the name of Allah. It's called the mark on the hand, which is actually, the Greek word is dexterous or something like that, which means an arm. Okay, it's on the arm or on the forehead. They wear the banner of servitude on their forehead when they go to commit jihad, which is self-sacrifice to, kill infidels, whatever. That's what they wear. There's no other God or in the name of Allah, okay? And brothers and sisters, this is it. It's all about worship. And like I said, that the worshipping of the image of the beast will be via AI. And as you've seen before in that iPet goat number, what was it, 5 that we've seen? Or the one where, the satellites, the Jew weapons. And that's what it says in the Word of God too. It said that there's going to be wonders and sights from heaven, then they can bring fire down from heaven. This is the Jew weapon. This is why they're going to be able to destroy. And Satan's just going to have complete reign for those 42 months. So you need to get on the right side of this, brothers and sisters. You don't want to be refined and purified and have to go into this, because this is not going to be an easy feat. This is not going to be an easy feat. Anyway, I love you, brothers and sisters. I hope that for the time being, I'm just going to make this video as long as it is. Didn't intend to do it this much, but obviously Father wanted to show you all this stuff. I hope this has blessed you as much as it has me. If I don't see you in the next video, I will see you in the skies. God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.